It's day 6. We're walking in to the bus stop. Nice, again, another nice day. I don't think it's been a bad day in Chicago since we first landed and there were thunderstorms and rain. I think all our interest in the spin gold is ended. I think all our flats out. I'm not sure about anyone else. However, the mini spin gold, there was a team of Nikki, Ben, Avery and Jack. Avery and Jack are having a really good week. They made it through. They were 21 down with one set to play and they won by 2 imps, which is 1 imp too many in my opinion. So they're going to make day 2 of the spin gold. They're down to the last 8, and that's the mini spin gold. I'm not to 25. Okay, I think that's one of the buses we could have got. We've just missed that one, so we're waiting for the next one, which is great. But today we have a special guest. Today he is the man, the legend, the Mr. Bork Talk.
Hey, what's up?
How do you find Chicago, Bork?
Oh, it's been good. It's my first time in the city. Got a nice walk outside yesterday, got to enjoy it a bit, and yeah, looking forward to playing some bridge and kicking some butt.
Yeah, you got Seaching today?
Yes sir, stitching in the Open Pairs.
Isn't it not the Wernher Pairs?
The Wernher Open Pairs, yes.
Yeah.
The 2-day pairs event.
Yeah, same as what Bean and I are playing today, Beans and I, and there is another event on today. It's the mixed BAM, so Filthy's playing in that, but he's having a lie-in because he's a team 5 today, because it's a mixed event, and when you do mixed teams events here, each partnership has to be mixed. It isn't just having men and women on the team, it's having each partnership as a mixed partnership. So he gets a lie-in and he's rotating in and out. And they're both 2-day events, so we're going to see how we go. Walking in this lovely Chicago sunshine. We're here, we're about to start the Wernher Open Pairs. We have some people at the table. Hey Beans. Hey Nathan.
Hello.
Sorry?
Are you seated? No.
We're not seeded now, not yet. What? 1 year we will be seeded. So each of the sections is about 13 tables, and there's 2 to 3 seeded pairs in each section. That means that players with a lot of master points or something like that get separated, so that their opponents aren't going to have a particularly tough day, which is it's a good thing. I mean, they seed the spin gold, they seed things, and so if you're a seed, it's really good because you don't play many of the other great players, and you should hopefully get a decent chance. But also for the other people, so it's great you don't sit in a field with 8 international pairs or 8 pro players, because they scatter them about the field. So that's one of the pluses. You can see that the size of the field is pretty large. I'm not sure if it's larger than the Life Master Pairs, but I think it must be close. I think it's about the same size. So my guess is there's going to be something like 300 odd pairs here today. Yeah, but when we were doing the Life Masters Pairs, there was the 0 to 10k and there was the 0 to 2500 as well, in the same room, wasn't there? So what's that area over there? I thought the knockouts were in that room. Yeah. Anyway, so I think it's about a similar size, so we're going to give it our best shot today. It's a 2-session pairs event, so it's important just to make day 2. But there is some carryover, so if you can have a good day today, you take a few boards into tomorrow, which negates some of the errors we're going to make, inevitably. So just found out we've been seeded. Beans and I are waiting. We've got a slip there. We bought online, so they are seeding us based on master points. Which means we had to get up from the seat where we were sat, and we're waiting to be told which seat we need to start in. And it looks like each section has 3 seeds. So they've taken the field with, it looks like they've done master points, and they're telling us which one. So we're pair 67. So when a slip comes there, we'll probably be sat in seat 13 in one of the sections, which means that seat 5, seat 9 and seat 13 in each section will be seeded. They will be the better players, and they will be spreading them out for everyone so that no one gets a particularly tough draw. So about 8 boards in, and you pick up a hand that is brilliant. You have 3 low, 3 to the 10, Jack 10x, 4 to the 10. Absolutely awful, and everyone's vulnerable, obviously. And the bidding goes pass, pass. They open a no trump on your left, which is strong. Pass, transfer to hearts on your right, so you pass again. 2 hearts completed on your left, and then Beans doubles like he does. So pass to you. You've got a few options. Some of them are not options. Pass is an option. That's pretty bad. You can bid 2 spades, 3 clubs, or 3 diamonds. You can just pick a suit. So obviously you're not going to pick 3 diamonds. So you can either pick 2 spades or 3 clubs. The third option you've got is 2 ends like scrambling. So 2 end would be both minors here. So if Beans has got a 5-card minor or something like that, you would look out that way. So what would you do? Well, you're vulnerable. You know they've got a 9-card heart fit or a 10-card heart fit because of you've only got 3 hearts. So you know Beans has got a maximum of 2, but more often than not, he'll have 1. So what you're trying to do is put them in a position where they bid their hearts again. You don't really want to be playing in any of your suits because you've got such a bad hand and you're likely to get doubled. But if I am going to play it, again, sometimes I would pick the suit I want led. So I don't really want any of these suits led, so there's no benefit to doing there. And so I think it's a choice between 2 spades and 3 clubs, potentially. 3 clubs is your longest suit. Obviously, if you happen to be in a 4-4 or even a 5-4 fit, that's pretty good. But you've got no roughing value. So even if you are in 3 clubs, you're not really going to ever rough a trick in your hand. You're not going to, you might be able to rough the 4th round of the spades or whatever it might be, if that doesn't come good. But you're probably not going to be roughing a trick with your hand. And so bidding 3 clubs means you have to make 1 more trick than you do if you bid 2 spades. So I just bid 2 spades. And he goes pass, 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 surprisingly. Obviously, they've got a 9-card, so they actually only get an 8-card heart fit. So that's why they didn't come back in. And I can make it. So they led the 8 of diamonds. So I put the queen in. The 8 doesn't look like it's from the king. So I put the queen in to give me an entry to my hand to take a club finesse later. So that wins. So that loses to the king. And then they play a heart back to the queen. And then my left-hand opponent thought for a bit and played ace of spades, queen of spades. So now I'm at a crossroads. Are spades 3-3, in which case I need to duck this. Or a spades 4-2, in which case I need to take it. Well, what do you do? Well, I think they're more likely to be 4-2. It looks like this man's led from short diamonds. The 8 of diamonds doesn't look like it's from length. And the hand on my left could be something like 4-3-2-4, which is a reasonable thing. And if I duck the queen of spades and they just start forcing dummy, I'm going to run out of steam or something like that. So I took it, and then when I'm taking it, I can guarantee to make it spades of 4-2, and I can make it on some 3-3 spade breaks if the hand with the jack of spades has to rough the club, for example. I can potentially make it then. So I played. So I took the spade, I played a diamond to my jack, and played the 10 of clubs. This goes small, small, small. So the club finesse works. You're pretty sure that the king of hearts is on your right and ace queen on your left from the heart play. And so you know roughly the whole hand, other than who's got the small spade. You're pretty sure you know the jack of spades is on your left as well. So you play a second club and the king goes in, you win the ace. You've got nothing better to do. You don't want to risk playing spades because you could go quite a few off. So you play another club, and he goes small, small, and he thinks a bit. Well, when he starts thinking and doesn't rough with a small spade instantly, I'm pretty sure spades are 3-3 now, so if he doesn't rough this, I think I was going to play a third spade before playing the last club to stop the last club being roughed by the small trump. But he ended up roughing this. I thought, oh, brilliant, I've made this now. And then he played a diamond and his partner roughed it. I'm like, oh, no. But anyway, minus 100 should be good because they've got a part score in hearts, so they're going to make 110 to 170 in hearts. I haven't quite worked out exactly what it is. Beans has got a good hand. We take 1 spade, 2 clubs, 1 diamond, so I think they make 140 in hearts, so that should be decent. So someone else we forgot about that qualified for the 0 to 2500 Spingold is Daniel Lev. Hi Daniel, how you doing?
Hi.
How was yesterday?
It was good. We were up 35 and a half, and starting the 4th we were down 10.
Oh
we
my god.
managed to win by 4.
Alright, so who have you got today?
I don't know.
Don't know. You sat out first set?
Yes.
Alright, well best of luck today.
Thank you very much.
No worries. So we've got about 3 rounds to go. Mistakes have been made, definitely. One of our worst sessions in terms of just out and out mistakes. But we had one crazy hand where I'll give you, I think everyone had either an interesting or a difficult or a weird decision to make on the hand. Nearly everyone anyway. So I picked up a void, ace queen jack to 4, ace 10 to 5, ace 10 to 4. So 15 count with void spade. And it goes, everyone's vulnerable. And it goes 1 spade on my right. So I've got this isn't a difficult decision, so I'll make a takeout double. And you can see from the I'll leave you. I think I'm just going to leave you my hand actually, and then talk about everyone's decisions at the table. So the next hand passes, and Beans passes. Okay, so Beans has got a stack of spades. The best defence against one spade double door pass, or one spade double pass is to lead a spade, because Beans' spade should be pretty good, and they could tolerate. He should be able to draw trumps, that sort of thing. He's just got a good hand with 5 spades. And the next hand thinks a while, and reopens with a redouble. So an SOS redouble. I'm like, well, that's fine from my point of view. This is fine and dandy, because I can double the other 3 suits, and they'll be at the 2 level. They'll be vulnerable. The spades won't be breaking. I've got all the aces outside spades, so I pass. The next hand bids 2 clubs. All right. If this comes to me, our agreement, or if Beans, our agreement is doubles penalties here. Once one of us has shown a penalty, and Beans has shown a penalty by passing one spade double. Then Beans thinks for a while and bids 2 spades pass to me, and I'm like, what on earth? Well, I know what this is. This is natural. This is to play. What on earth would you do with my hand here? Well, he must have 6, if not 7 spades here. He's forgone the chance to double them in clubs, so he can't have a great hand, and he hasn't bid no trumps. So if he had like a 11 count with 6 spades, he might just bid 2N or something. So this is just going to be a weak hand with spades, I think. It's just got to be an effort to play in 2 spades with a really good spade suit. That's what I came to the conclusion of. But I don't think I've ever seen this auction before, where you tried to penalise them in one of their suit, naturally, they haven't psyched, and then you end up playing in 2 of that suit. So I passed, and we made 9 tricks, and the full hand is as you can see. And I think there's some quite questionable choices on the hand. I don't think I had any difficult decisions other than the last pass, and I'm not sure I should do anything other than pass, because if you bid no chumps, look how many tricks you're making in your hand. You're making like 4 or 5. You've got 4 guaranteed tricks, and you might make 5 if you can get to partner's hand to play a heart through, but you need to do that twice. The partner's not going to have the minor suit kings and queens you need, because they haven't looked for 3M. So, and the hand that opened a spade has ace jack to 5. That's not a bad suit. Like, it's not like you've got 5 low. Why is he redoubling? He just gets himself an absolute massive, whether it's just a gamble, redouble and hope that we don't have the methods to catch them in 2 of a red suit or whatever they run to. But his partner's going to bid clubs. He's going to bid clubs, and the majority of the time it's going to go 2 clubs and partner, double, and now you're exposing it. Not only that, you've exposed your shape. When you pull 2 clubs doubled to 2 diamonds, which will get doubled, and anything you do from now will get doubled, you're 1 level higher with 1 fewer trump. I understand they're not going to break as poorly as they are in 1 spade, but it seems very questionable. And then Beans, he's got the opportunity with King X of clubs to pass and hope I can double, and I don't think we've agreed whether pass is forcing, so maybe he's worried that it's just going to go 2 clubs pass or something like that. But Beans can't envisage that the hand as SOS doubled with a void. It seems like a weird thing. Usually, it kind of makes sense to SOS redouble when you're 3 suited, and if your partner bids one of the suits to redouble again or to pull it again or something like that. But it was an interesting choice, because I don't think ace jack to 5 spades. I can't remember exactly what else he has. He has the king of hearts, he's got king, queen of diamonds. I don't think necessarily he's got a bad hand for 1 spade. He's got a void. He might be able to ruff some clubs with his low trumps and make like the ace jack of trumps, 1 or 2 ruffs, king of diamonds, king of hearts. And you're not far off now. And if you're going for, if they can take 8 tricks against 1 spade, they're probably making 3N anyway. So we've just finished session. How do you think we've done?
Some roller coaster.
Let's have a look.
I will take the score we got.
50%. I will take that too. We can
play better.
Yeah, we can definitely do it. We got done in by some fishy birds, done in by our own ineptitude, and done in generally. So I will take that. We did get some good boards, but too many mistakes. I fully agree. Right, we're going to get some food. We're going to refresh ourselves. We're going to come back, and we're going to do much better. So we got just under 50%, I think, on the leaderboard. We're below book talk. The 50% our bridge mate says was just a sectional one, so it felt like we were under 50%. Beans and I will both be delighted with 50% the way things are going. There was one nice hand we had after a run of bad boards, which kind of got us back into it. I picked up King Jack 9 to 5, 4 to the 10 9, 2 low ace 1, and partner opens a club. The hand on your right bid's a spade, and you are both vulnerable. So what are your choices? You've got to think quickly here. When you've got these penalty passes, you need to make quick decisions. You can't just analyse each one as it comes, because you need to be able to pass smoothly to take any sort of decision from ethics from partner. So here my spades are far too good, they're vulnerable, it's an easy pass, waiting for partner to reopen with a double. And the next one bid's a no trump. The next one's actually got quite a nice hand. He's got like a 10 can. He hasn't got a club stop and he hasn't got a spade fit, but he needs to do something. And so he decided to bid a no trump on the hope that Beans hasn't actually got clubs. And this goes pass. He comes back to me and I've only got 8 points. But things are lying really awful for them. I've got the ace of clubs, so if partner decides to lead a club, I'm actually happy. He's not leading away from an honor necessarily it's going to cost. He can play a club to my ace and I can play one back. And I've got the spade stop, so when I double, I'm showing that I have the spade trap pass. Basically, I've got spade value, so basically I had nothing to do over one spade, which usually means I've got the trap pass if I'm coming back in. So Beans has got a couple of choices now. The way it went, he led the king of clubs because he's got king, queen, jack to 5, that's fine. But a lot of the time, he's just going to lead whatever spade he's got. If he's just got a stiff or 2 low, he'll lead a spade. And we'll just sit back and wait for our tricks. Obviously, I've got the spade values over dummy. Beans is going to have the club values and some of the other suit values over declarer. And they'll drift one off. They ended up taking a spade finesse halfway through the hand, which I think is wrong. I'm certainly going to have the spades. And I think if they don't take it, because Beans led a club at trick 1, my ace of clubs is gone, I never get in to cash it. So we took it 2 off for 500, which is pretty good on the board, but even plus 200 would be great. So in the corner here, the first time I've actually met him face to face, I've chatted to him a lot online. This is Emmanuel and Daniel. They run Cubids. They're just going to briefly tell you a bit more about Cubids and how it works.
Yeah, Cubids is our app or website where you practice bidding asynchronously with your partner. Basically, lots of practice. Same, I don't know, hands all day long.
Yeah,
you get automatic feedback. Instant feedback, you get graded based on double dummy simulations, and you can choose between different kind of deals that you want to practice, different spots, different situations, and
we have a great community, a lot of active users.
How many users do you have on any day? On how many people?
On a given day,
how many hands? Maybe that might be easier.
Yeah, so right now it's between 7 to 10,000 hands every day bid on Cubids, so that's great, and it's been steadily growing since we launched last year.
Yeah, we've done a few Discord tournaments in Cubids, so if you're in the Discord group, but basically you play a hand and you get a star rating based on how well you do to par, effectively, or at least the best theoretical contract.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's great, and it's technically free, but you can get membership benefits.
Yep.
There's 3 tiers: hearts, clubs, diamonds.
Yep. So basically, you can bid indefinitely for free, and you can practice a lot with your partner for free. If you're more of an advanced player and you want to have some competitive auctions, maybe try some various training techniques, specific types.
Then some of them you need a subscription for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we met Stewie through. He was an early adopter of our app, and he used it very early. But he used his super weird system, Groove or something like that.
Yeah, we played a system which he couldn't work out what it was, and he thought we were cheating the app. So he sent me a message. We had a nice chat, and we got to know each other. So we've been doing a lot here. Discord groups, loving Cubids and all the dailies and stuff. So they're here all week. So if you are at the NABC, do you want to come over and chat to them? It's a great app. It really is. Practice so much of my bidding. So thanks, guys. So I'll see you in a bit.
Thank you.
So we've had a couple of bottoms, and then a director call, mis-explanation from me, wasn't corrected before they made the opening lead, so they're going to see whether they get a different opening lead. So I don't know, I mean, it could be hit and miss. We got an okay board, but anyway, we'll see. But we had one great board. The last 4 boards in a row have been pretty good, and we had one great board where I picked up Queen Jack X of heart, spades, 10 third heart, ace third diamond, king jack to 4 clubs, and I'm first to bid, and it's a flat 11, 4 triple 3, so I passed, as is our style. And this goes pass, 1 heart in third from Beans, pass, so I bid jewelry, 2 clubs, showing like a 3-card limit raise in hearts, could have 4 hearts. Pass, Beans bids 2 hearts, he's not interested in game opposite a passed hand, and then the next hand asks what's going on and doubles. So I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I want to compete, I want to make sure, you know, we get in there, so I redoubled to say, you know, whatever that might be, a maximum for my bid as a defensive hand. I haven't bid 3 hearts, like if I was distribution I might have bid 3 hearts, so maximum for a bid, possible defense to something they do. And this goes 2 space pass to me, so I'm like, well, they're vulnerable, I'll double. I mean, get 200, we get to take 1 off. And I don't know if you can follow the defense, but Beans leads the 10 of diamonds. This goes small, so I duck. I don't know whether Beans leading from shortage or not yet. I don't really want to relinquish the ace of diamonds in case diamonds are 4 triple 3 around the table, but the 10 of diamonds probably means that the Declarer's got king jack. I don't think Beans would underlead the king here. So it goes 10 small king. They play a spade towards the king. Beans plays the 10, and I don't think they can afford for spades to be 4-1. So they duck it. So I overtake with the jack to play a heart through. When I play the 10 of hearts through, Beans pretty much has a picture of the whole hand now. It's likely I've got the ace of diamonds, it's likely I've got the king of clubs, because I've got to have some missing values, and my 10 of hearts says I've got nothing in hearts. So I might have ace jack of diamonds, I might have the jack of clubs, or so on. But my 10 of hearts went to the small and queen. Now Beans made an excellent switch now. He played a small club, which was really good, trying to set our club tricks up. So Declarer goes up with the ace and plays the jack of hearts, trying to clear her heart trick. So we win that with the ace. Beans plays a club to my king. I play a club to his queen. Clubs are 3-3. Beans then plays a diamond to me. And I now play the 13th club, because I know Beans has got ace doubleton spade. And if Beans can rough the 13th club with the ace of spades, I will now make my queen of spades, like en passant, who's by natural force now. As it is, whatever we do, if we don't do this, we can play a heart and Declarer wins, or we can play a diamond and Declarer roughs and plays a spade towards the king or something like that. So we don't really have any of the cards. So when we play a club, Beans come off with the ace, and I make my queen x of spades over the king x now. The ace has been removed from play. He didn't spot this, he discarded, and we only made the ace of spades, didn't make the queen. But we got 500 there. That would have been a really nice defence if we had it, but obviously plus 500 on a board where they have no business coming in. We've already correctly stayed low. Was going to be a top anyway.
So here was a fun one that we picked up. You have 3 small, ace queen 10 6th, ace king 3rd, and stiff. You open a heart, your partner responds 2 clubs game forcing. You rebid 2 hearts, which theoretically should show 6. Your partner bids 2 spades. You offer 2 no trump. Your partner bids 3 hearts, confirming some type of fit. You bid 4 hearts, then you launch into key card, and next thing you know, you're in 6 hearts. The lead is the jack of spades, and you can see the dummy on the screen, and the question is, what is the best line to take to make 12 tricks? You got some work to do, you know, with your 3 small spades opposite ace queen 4th. You have a stiff club opposite the ace queen jack 10 6th, but you need to be able to dispose of those spades somehow. So I think percentage-wise, the best play is to just win the ace, pull trump, and play a club to the ace, and then take the roughing finesse in clubs. It might lose, in which case they may set you, but it's probably the highest percentage of the options you have. The other option, which is one that I took and I do not think is actually as good, is to cash the stiff queen of diamonds, cross to your hand after roughing a club, and then play ace king of diamonds, shedding 2 spades, conceding a spade, and then hoping that you can rough that spade and dummy, and then pull trump that way. Now you need a lot of things to break for that to work. It can, it did not. I did not succeed, and that is the story of how we did not make day 2 of the Wernher Pairs.
Probably. So, things did not go to plan. We got 38% on our section score. Didn't feel good. We had too many bad boards, too many mistakes, a bit too sloppy throughout. Opponents not giving us good results. Like you need a few good results when you're not playing very well. We missed slams that we should be bidding, and we weren't off in nearly every slam we did bid. We conceded 2 870s today, the second one. I knew what score. I didn't need to look on the back of the card because it was the same sort of contract. 2 major doubled at 1. Yeah, it's pretty bad. So we're going to call that a day. I think we have to go and wait for Andy to finish the view graphing. We might check on some of the spin goal scores. I believe Nicky's team is up by a fair bit, 30 or 40 imps up with 1 set to play, which is really good. They're playing behind screens for the first time, so hopefully Nicky's enjoying it with Ben, Jack and Avery. Yeah, not that many interesting decisions. I think Beans is line in 6 hearts. I mean, 6 hearts felt pretty good from my hand. If we've got all the key cards and the Queen of Trumps. Beans just needed 1 black king instead of the King of Diamonds, and then it would have just been lay down, pretty much. So yeah, not great. I think if we're not playing anything serious tomorrow, I might take a day off vlogging. So there might not be a vlog tomorrow, depending on what we do. But yeah, that's been good. You know, occasionally things are going to go your way, and I think we'd played, I don't know, 6 straight days together. So maybe, you know, maybe just things just fizzled out a bit. So I'm playing again with him tomorrow, but something less serious. And on Friday, I'm with Bork Talk as a partner in the in something. So we'll have some vlogging with Bork Talk. And on Friday evening is the Sam Amer Memorial Zip. So Sam Amer was one of Beans's favourite partners, died sadly a few months ago. So this is going to be his memorial day on Friday. So I'll take a few shots of the speeches and things like that, and then we're going to be playing in some sort of midnight but not midnight zip knockout. So yeah, so tune in for that. Thanks for following us today, and we'll be back later.